What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Tiffany Haddish is no longer on Twitter. She's leaving the platform. I don't think anybody really cares about that. But she's under fire for making a statement. And that statement has to do with defending Mr. Jonathan Majors. Let me just talk about Jonathan Majors again. He's a great actor from what they tell me. I have not seen any of his movies, his films, anything like that. But Jonathan Majors, they say is an excellent movie star, actor, up and coming. Problem is with him, he can't control his temper. Especially amongst white women, white people in general. That is what they say. All right? That's what they say. Now, what I want to talk about now is, if I can, I'd like to discuss Tiffany Haddish and what she said. She says this about Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors' accuser appears unhurt, clubbing in the video. Now, this is his white girlfriend, okay, that said that she was beat, went to the police. They said it was visible scars and all this other stuff, right? Now, Black Twitter came for her. Now, they're saying, why do so many people have Tiffany Haddish stories of her being rude, immature, inappropriate, harass people, and how do we stop her? Okay? They're pulling up all her receipts now. This is everybody. So people, the black community is coming after her, right? Listen to what she says. I guess I'm doing my job. People are feeling things, got lots to say. Or is it at all? I don't know, but I wish y'all some joy. I'm done with this platform. Y'all will never have to hear from the real Tiffany Haddish again. Get ready for the real fakeness. Number one, Tiffany, and let me tell you this. I can defend black people on all fronts, usually. But here's where I'm going to have a problem with defending some brothers and sisters. When y'all go over there and y'all know what happens when you start dating other people. I'll leave it like that. Any allegation from that particular community, and I mean white women in particular, we all know if you're a black man, what that's going to do, whether it's true or false. We know what it's going to do. If you are going to deal with white women as a black man, you better make sure you walk a fine line that none of those people ever say anything negative about you. If that's what you're going to do, you want to think you're equal, fine. But I'm never going to come to the defense of somebody who does that. The reality is, if it's, number one, I don't know if it's true or false of what he did, but I know, brother, you ought to understand how this works. Black men, in my honest opinion, and this is not as far as discriminating against any other groups or discriminating against whites, but we should know that the dominant society is more white people than black people. Right? And you should understand, as a black man, many people over on that side, just because racism is more subtle now, that don't mean they appreciate you dealing with their women. I don't care how many interracial relationships you see. And I don't like that. Once you are foolish enough to risk it all, you better walk a tight line. And if you ever come out with an allegation about abuse, women in general, it's already bad. But white women in particular, this is what I'm going to say. I believe, and this is controversial what I'm about to say, Chris Brown, he's been tarnished since the Rihanna thing. If Rihanna was white, Chris Brown would be a nobody today. It would have been no way as a black man he'd be able to do that to a white woman and still be Chris Brown today. That I believe. R. Kelly took him years for them to take him down. Actually, most of this stuff was black. And I'm not saying that it's right to abuse black women at all. I'm not saying that. But now, Jonathan Majors is saying he didn't do this. And Tiffany Haddish is trying to come to the defense. What you're trying to say, Tiffany Haddish, is the white lady is lying. Now, she could be, but guess who's not going to defend you? Blacks. That's right. See, what blacks don't like, to a certain degree, I'm gonna tell you, black people still have very little respect for black people in interracial relationships, especially black men. Black women also, but it's more acceptable. Black men that say like, we love black people, we love black women, things like that. It's Jonathan Majors, Michael B. Jordan. But when they see you with somebody that the woman is not black people gonna have somewhat of a problem with that. They might not say it. This is the true thing that we know about the black community. Black people have a hard time digesting that, especially black people, right? So when you're coming to the defense of somebody like Jonathan Majors, a lot of black people gonna be like, well, he wasn't race loyal. He went with one of our people. And then Tiffany Haddish, who are you? Didn't you do that skit with Ari Spears? See, sometimes folk just need to be quiet. Now you want to leave the platform. Don't stick up for Jonathan Majors. He don't need nobody's support. I'm going to tell you that. He knew what he was getting himself into. He knew it. You want to go for the glitz and glamour and the fame, bro, and all that, that's cool. But just know, once you look, you get all dropped, all these things happening. You can't prove it. Why me? I can't believe it. Now look, you done went from being America's next best actor to your career being destroyed. All because what? You wanted to do something different, bruh. You run a risk when you deal with other people in their group. People are not going to forgive you like that. And black men need to get to the point. Own your own stuff. Start producing your own movies. Stop depending on Hollywood to produce your stuff all the time. And I get it, but you got to get away from that system so you can't get canceled. Black men got to start staying in with their own group. I'm not saying it can't happen. But when you do it over there with them, it's going to happen. And if it do happen, you're washed. Ain't no coming back from that. At all. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. Which is for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. I'm out.